So thanks for taking the time to talk to us. For the people that are looking at the channel to see what type of cases we treat, this is a really great treat for them to hear your story, because I think it's quite fantastic. And so could you just tell us how you heard about us?
So I just found you guys online. I'd had 3 concussions in a period of about 5 months, and a lot of the symptoms weren't going away, and doctors were telling me just to wait and get lots of brain rest and that, and it wasn't really, after a few months, it wasn't really doing much for me. Mm-hmm. And so I was just looking online at different methods to treat concussions and came across you guys.
Okay, great. And so how did you get these concussions?
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding, okay. And you do a lot of snowboarding. You're not just the weekend warrior kind of
yeah,
thing, right? Yeah. So you're traveling around in competitions and doing these kind of things, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like before you came to see me?
I was having a lot of problems focusing, trouble sleeping, felt lightheaded a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. Sort of the feeling of like motion sickness when you're in a car, mm-hmm. but it was like that all the time. And after my first adjustment, I remember my eyesight coming back, and just a couple of minutes after the first one, yeah. Felt like my brain clarity come back, my energy levels, everything. It was, yeah, straight away a really big improvement.
What was happening with your eyesight that you noticed the change?
I remember coming into the office and looking at a poster across the room, and it was mm-hmm. very blurry, and just trying to focus on it was giving me a headache and mm-hmm. making me pretty dizzy. And then after the first adjustment, I looked at it again, and I was shocked because I could read it and see the whole poster and everything. It was yeah, pretty crazy.
Well, that's great. Now, we did the one adjustment, and then you took off to Australia, was it?
Yeah.
For training?
Yeah.
And how long did that first adjustment give you results for?
It was about 4 or 5 weeks until I hit my head again. But yeah, I felt great up until then.
Wow. Well, that's pretty good then, because
yeah.
one adjustment and that much improvement for 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Terrific. And then you returned.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you'd had a few more concussions while you were away. And how were things feeling when you returned again?
So when I got back, it was back to the same sort of symptoms. I was really exhausted all the time, and yeah, same thing. I had one more adjustment and felt good again. And now I've been coming here for nearly 6 weeks, and I've noticed over the 6 weeks, every time my body's holding the adjustment for longer, mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better.
Oh, good. And today you came in again just because you had another little recurrence. You're trying to do more things, which we want you to do. We want you to get back to full life, obviously. But right now you have some limitations, so it really affected you. And then we adjusted you again, and how long did it take before you felt results after that?
Yeah, instant.
Instant, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrific. Again, I really want to thank you for taking the time to share your story, because there's so many people out there with concussions, and I see responses like this all the time, and I feel like $1 million when I can help somebody get their life back. So
yeah, it's been great for me as well. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thanks.